Ah, sorry about that. We were a bit slow getting started there. Thank you for... Whoa. Thank you, Cornflex, for the 300 bits and the happy birthday message there. I do appreciate it. And thank you to... Sorry, I'm still having to mess with things while I'm... Oh. Thank you for the Proto Badger redeemed Blaze Girl 10. Thank you, Voided, for the Here's One. You were a little bit early, so you didn't get to hear it, but I'll say it for you. Here's one. And thank you to Elsa... Sorry. Thank you to Elsa Zelda Ice for the resub at Tier 1 for 4 months in a row. For a total subiversary right after your birthday.
Shut
So many
up.
So many alerts. Vampiro, thank you for the Zookeeper redeem. And thank you, Bloated Beard, for the Hydrate command. And thank you, Yulinator, for the 200 bits and the happy birthday. I do appreciate it.
We just got bukaked with alerts.
Oh, gosh. Speaking of being smothered by alerts, thank you to Mr. Frick12 for gifting 5 subs, to Kuroneko, to Gemini, to Enakaiser, to Trainer J13, and to Long Was Here. Really quickly, let me thank people for following. Thank you to Sir Artemis. Thank you to Emil Tanuki. Hope you're not a slack-jawed Tanuki. Thank you to the Internet's Shoe. Thank you to Solace Serenity. If you're the Internet's Shoe, you gotta be pretty stinky at this point.
How
thank
much
you to,
do you sell for on eBay is what I want to know.
Thank you to Von Virgo for the follow. Thank you to I Got Soup. So many soup-based names.
Soup!
Thank you to I Got Soup for the follow. Senmaru, thank you for bonking Marin. I'm not sure why.
Well, because I said we got bukaked
Oh,
with
that's the
alerts.
reason. There you go. It's justified now. Thank you
That
to...
just sounded like a perfectly normal Marin sentence to Martin, so he wasn't sure why you got bumped.
He is desensitized.
My goodness, Cyndaquil and Dunsparce, thank you for the raid. Much obliged. JK Jazz 123, thank you for the follow. Magix the Fool, thank you for the follow. Silver Kaze Ninja, thank you for the raid. And Ubernerd 527, thank you for the follow. Once again, Cyndaquil, thank you for the raid. And you were playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Of course you were. Your namesake of sorts. And to MCM IVC, thank you for the follow there. All right, welcome, folks. It is a Sunday afternoon. For those of you who haven't clued into it, it was indeed my birthday yesterday. So I am now 41 years old.
The Golden Soldier presented by Zaya.
And Kokono Megami, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 25 months. Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Happy belated birthday, LK. Thank you, ANM, I appreciate that. Happy belated birthday indeed. I'm a 41-year-old Karibo.
I just tweeted saying the word ass and Ace Attorney.
Alright, we are in a hype train. So
Into the weenie mobile. Weenie man away.
Train's chugging.
This hype train is making
Remember,
my
it's
hemorrhoids
five
do the
get
Harlem
kisses.
It's true, we
This
do
isn't
get
nearly as
smooches.
hype as Pokemon the first
Beast Henshin,
movie.
you are not late
They have
whatsoever. I
Pokemon
haven't even finished introducing everybody. But speaking of everybody, I do need to introduce my co-hosts. We are, of course, also joined by the remarkable, the Randy, the rambunctious Marin Miller. Hi, Marin.
Hi, it is I, Marin Miller, here today with a homosexual update. Delicious in Dungeon is coming out on Netflix, and if you were watching the episode that came out on Thursday, you heard me in it. Oh shit, I'm Namari, and we already knew that. You guys probably didn't know, but I was in the first episode as well. I just screamed in the very beginning, and that was it.
There's a henshin happening. Just Ellie, thank you for resubbing at Tier 1 for 32 months. Happy belated birthday. I do appreciate it. Sorry, Marin. I didn't want you to go into a thing about your character without being heard.
That's what it looks like when I go in the booth. That's how I transform into Namari. But yeah, so if you guys are watching Dungeon Meshi, I think that's what the Romaji is, then please enjoy Namari. I'm very glad. I was joking about this yesterday. I'm very glad that I learned that the saying "I have COVID" and misspelling it is a meme for being horny, because I saw somebody talking about hearing Namari's Japanese voice and they were like, "I have woven." I was like, "What? All right." But and here's the even more cursed part of that story. The reason why I learned that "I have COVID" misspelled is a meme for being horny is because I posted a picture of drag queen Scooby Doo. And it said, "Rut-row, I'm Irving Grunt." So, and somebody posted, "I think I have COVID," and we were like, "Oh, bro, I'm so sorry." And he was like, "No,"
And he's like, "No."
You don't understand.
To be fair, that's kind of a dangerous meme to be repeating.
It kind of is. But this is how we cope with the horrors, the general horrors, and that's horrors, not horrors. But yes,
The whores.
thank you.
All right, thank you, Marin. Always good to have you here. Marin will be voicing the prosecutor and various other assholes.
Here's one.
Here's one. We're also joined by, speaking of delicious in dungeon, we have, not in the show, but still very delicious, Soupy. Hi, Soupy.
Hi. Hope everybody's doing well. I don't
What kind of
really.
soup today?
I've been really craving broccoli cheddar, so I think broccoli cheddar.
Broccoli. I feel like that was the last time I asked as well. So like, I
consistent.
think
Probably,
you
but
and
it's just like such a good soup.
it is a good soup.
You
It's
know?
like
Classic.
is it your top 5 or is it like your top 3? Where does broccoli cheddar fall?
You know, I've never made a ranking, but I feel like it'd probably be like, I think it'd be top 5.
Oh my god, we should do a soup
Soup
ranking.
tier list.
Yeah.
Soup
What
tier.
happened? We need a soup tier list.
Yes.
If we finish any of these
absolutely.
cases like early, one of these streams will be a soup tier list.
I'm down. I'm
Yes.
sure. Let me Google and see if it's already been set up, so we don't even have to put a template together.
Oh, there
Oh.
absolutely must be. Unless
Must
you
be.
want to
Oh,
add
I
Ace
would think
Attorney
so.
characters to it.
Here we are.
Man,
Yeah, Ace Attorney movies. Or in movies, Ace Attorney characters, just the one. Because I was also gonna say Shrek movies can be in there as well.
Ace Attorney
And soup.
and Shrek movies.
Yeah.
Tier
Yeah,
list. I can't wait for more internet rumors to spiral out of that one.
I'm just now remembering how we put Kristoff and also Shrek 4D in the same category.
All right. Yeah.
I also put Shrek Retold in Clavier in the same category. So.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the missile. So.
Hey, do we have any updates on Shrek Retold 2 yet?
I will find
Quarter
out.
one?
Shrek. What's that, Marin?
Was it quarter 1?
I want to say it was first quarter of this year,
Of
but
this year?
I'm not sure.
Nice.
Let me see. No, there's nothing official,
Meatball.
unfortunately.
Nothing official from the unofficial
Well,
re-release.
the only thing I can tell you is that Shrek Fest is no more. That's unfortunately a thing, apparently.
Oh no.
Yeah, no more
Oh,
Shrek
how sad.
Fest.
Did they just say like it's too much,
I don't remember.
or
They did a
people gave
Shrek
up on-
rave here a while back.
Oh man.
A
There's
shrave.
always a
I-
Shrek
I-
rave.
Yeah, I guess it like sold out like hella fast too.
That must be
Yeah,
one.
People love the Shrek rave.
That must be one gross mosh pit.
More
Roll-
like a mosh swamp, I think.
Swampy,
Yeah, swamp pit. Rolling Boshi, thank you for the follow. Vampiro, thank you for gifting a sub to Trav Nogard and for shouting out Soup Dog. And Chibi Behemoth, thank you for resubscribing at tier 1 for 4 months. Happy birthday, LK. You're very kind. Thank you for all the well wishes and the birthday greetings. But very importantly, we're also joined by. I'll wait for that to stop playing.
By
Vampiro.
what? Go on.
Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. So you're saying Shrek Fest is all ogre? Yes, unfortunately, it's all ogre. But we're also joined by the eternally vibing Karina, aka Drawfy's own Karina. Hi, Karina.
Drawfy's
Hello.
on Rimblow.
I am Scrimblow from Drawfy. Hello. I'm here to vibe.
You are Corvo from my shows.
That's me.
Always
Just
nice
a little
to have.
Scrimblow Blorbo.
Always nice to have a Karina hanging out.
Always
We
happy
love
to
our
be here.
Scrimblow
Thank you.
Blorbo.
Yeah.
movie.
All right, as always, in the chat, please do let me know if anybody is especially quiet. Sometimes I have a bit of difficulty managing volume levels with multiple people in the stream. That's why I don't do a lot of multiple people streams. But please do let me know if there's anybody too loud or too quiet, and I will definitely do my best to level things out and make sure everybody's audible and that you're having a good time listening to them. All right.
Make sure you tell us if someone's too quiet, and make sure you tell us that it's Marin.
Be sure.
Thank you.
Wow. Called
Just
out.
Saying.
Bloated Beard said, I wished I saved my points to highlight this message, but you met my wife Natalie twice at 2 different cons, and it meant the world. And I've been a mega fan for eons, and I'm glad you're all doing so well. Bless your souls. Well, thank you, Bloated Beard. Always a pleasure to meet wonderful people at the events that we go to. I'm not able to do it so much these days, but I'm glad I got to do it and meet Natalie a couple of times as well. Thank you. Dark Jade, last time on Dual Destinies, we continued our attempts to defend Athena from the charges brought against her. Unfortunately, when we questioned Simon Blackwell about what he saw on that day, it didn't exactly paint a good picture for our case, being something which got a mature rating for the original release. How are we going to turn things around? Still, some major respect to Simon for being willing to take the fall for her. Here really shows off his more noble side, to be continued, or torture balls cock. Was that what it was?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it stands for.
Yeah.
I
for
forgot.
Always.
I forgot one other thing that
What was
happened
that?
this week. 7 Deadly Sins came out. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
in that. I'm Gnostians in the new 7 Deadly Sins 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. So
If
watch
you're-
that.
If you're a fan of 7 Deadly Sins, or just anime in general, or you just appreciate the awesomeness that is Marin, go check out 7 Deadly Sins, The 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. Is that what it's called, Marin?
I think so.
Okay. Marin sounds amazing in it, for the record. Not that they don't always sound amazing, but Marin sounds really uncannily good in that show, in my opinion.
I sound like this. I'm a little boy.
You're a little boy with a big hat.
Big hat.
Wow.
And I'm like queer bait with the little protagonist. Like we have these cute little moments where we just love each other and it's very cute. We're little tiny boyfriends.
All right.
Aw.
Speaking of boyfriends, Ace Attorney is a video game franchise, and shall we continue playing this iteration of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daxter.
Thank you for letting me. Oh, go ahead.
Daxter3056 says, "Hey guys, did you ever get a chance to check out the Phoenix Wright anime? Everyone in it is an airbender. What are you talking about?"
That is true. It's very like dramatic, and like when they point,
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
literally be like a gust of air at the person they're pointing at.
Let me see. What were we gonna
And
say,
it is
Soupy?
so the air.
I
is
was gonna
so-
start the line.
Ah,
The air is so strong it fucks up everyone's facial expression too.
Yeah. I think when they were animating it, also like wind was just blowing very strongly, and
All
it
the
kind of
paper.
fucked up the
They
whole
did it
thing.
outside.
In a storm. So
They had to
so
save
really,
money.
because of that, the animation is impressive.
yeah.
Oh, it's sad because people in anime get paid nothing.
Yeah.
Oh.
If nothing, the bloopers, the dub bloopers are always really funny.
It's very true. It's
Those are
very
very
true.
funny.
Everyone deserves more money for that alone. The
Can it
animators,
fuck me?
actors. Can it fuck me?
Sometimes I also just think about like I think it was a response to like a question at a con or something like that, where like so I think it was Eric Vale who plays
Yeah.
Phoenix in the anime.
Yeah.
And like someone had asked him like how he gets into character, and he was just like, I just think about the most repressed bisexual person that I know.
I just think about them.
But who?
Yeah, we need to know the details on who, but
Vic Mignogna.
at least we know it's a
Oh,
repressed bisexual.
And Dark Jade continues, and a younger Athena certainly seems to be on the autism spectrum to some degree, given how she treated the robots as her friends, along with how she thought she could fix her mom when they were killed. Yes, she certainly was
And
going through it.
And the headphone.
Yeah,
headphones
but
is like-
yeah, I
Yeah.
understand that as
That's
a
a
trope.
special
Yeah.
lawyer power.
All
And
right.
her needing a robot to determine people's feelings. I wish I had an emotion robot. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on with this interaction, please?
Anyway,
It's like,
I'm not
Robot,
wanting
please
to. I'm not
hold
wanting to
this
make
emotion.
light of that aspect of things if we can help it.
yeah.
I'm just laughing about myself.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just want to be clear. Anyway, shall we jump into it?
Sure. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Thank you for letting me do this, Prosecutor Edgeworth. And thank you, Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Blackwell, for letting the truth be known. Now we can finally move forward and everyone's suffering can come to an end.
Moon is number 2 says, have you seen the Boon Boonger teaser? I don't know if that was what what I saw, but I saw footage of a Power Ranger walking, and in the background time was changing, like he was going through the different eras in history. Is that what it was? Was that the teaser? Tina.
Prosecutor Blackwell will be cleared and the dark age of the law can come to an end.
It's just that easy. We do this one thing, law is fixed.
Yes. Admit your guilt and bring everything to its conclusion. Can dirt myself off, as they say.
I killed my mother.
There we go, she said it.
On the record.
Write that down. Write that down.
on the broken record in this broken-ass courtroom.
Did you get that, stenographer?
Stenographer under
There is
rubble.
no stenographer, no! My memory is still a little hazy, but there's no question I remember it. I remember the weight of the weapon in my hands and the feeling of it stabbing in deep.
Well, the fact that she's being this vague about it suggests maybe it wasn't what she thought it was.
She's actually
Yes.
remembering, like, carving a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
Right next to it.
Get your child to do that in a science lab.
She's traumatized by dissecting a frog.
And I remember the warmth of her blood as it flowed down the handle onto my fingers. Your Honor, please find me guilty.
Please, 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 please.
Please, will you find me guilty?
Well, since you begged so nice, I dare.
Oh, Edgeworth is your honor now?
Right?
What?
Because she was saying
Because
your
she said-
honor.
Yeah, she was talking to the judge, and then he immediately cuts to Edgeworth.
Oh. No, I just have a high sense of self-importance. Hope that makes it clear.
It's valid.
I dare say these are all memories that no one but the murderer would have.
This is big talk from someone who thought he killed his dad.
Yeah.
As someone who killed their
What a fucking
dad,
asshole.
I know when someone killed their mom.
Didn't he also think he killed that guy in the boat? The guy?
Yeah, he's just dramatic.
No, I think he knew he didn't kill that guy. He just didn't know what was going on because,
Oh.
like,
He
think
reacted
he
to it
heard
in a
the
really weird
gunshots
way
and
for someone who didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on.
yeah, exactly.
Edgeworth is
I
not
see.
smart.
That is true. I see. Thank you for your confession. I believe this trial has gone on long enough.
I'm bored.
I want to go home and play Genshin Impact.
I'm
Me
cold
too.
in here. But before we conclude, does anyone have a counter argument?
Everyone keeps pointing and objecting, and it's making gusts of wind blow right at me.
That's
no
why I'm bald.
The hair just blows off.
I get cold easily these days.
Somebody get the judge's sweater. He's getting cranky.
I do, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright.
Surprising no one.
But Mr. Wright, why? I killed her. I remember it now. Any counter argument now is pointless.
You did not kill her. It's bullshit. You did not. Don't tell me you've forgotten one of the basic tenets of lawyering.
Get her ass.
Does it mean tenet?
No,
Yes,
they
I think it
rent.
means
The tenants rent and are tenants of lawyering. But the tenants change if they don't pay their rent.
I can't tell if you're trolling me. Always believe in the client to the bitter end. O lager end. Athena, you are not a murderer.
Objection!
I said that you never changed, but could you have actually regressed in these years? Goo goo gaga. I won't stand for your childish emotionalism getting in the way of the truth.
Phoenix pulls out a screen cap of Edgeworth admitting to unnecessary feelings. Childish emotionalism, huh?
Excuse me.
Emotionalism. Don't lecture me on matters of the heart, Edgeworth.
Should the
Down.
should the guy in the $7,000 suit?
Because I can see. What the fuck is he saying?
He's an empath.
Because
Yeah, he's an empath.
I can see.
He's like, I'm an empath, but I just don't care about other people is the problem.
I can relate to that.
Because I can see straight into a person's soul. All right,
Yeah.
with this.
With the vid.
Swords, trust me.
I guess I can't see into their soul if they have
The
issues.
psycho locks.
I did a little research.
I'm upset.
I looked into those special psyche locks you mentioned, Mr. Nick. Athena isn't trying to keep anything from you on purpose. For some reason, part of her heart and her memories are sealed off, even from herself. It says so in this book.
There's still a chance somewhere deep in Athena's heart. There might still be a memory that not even she knows about yet. It might be like looking for a grain of sand somewhere in the cosmos, but still. Is he gonna ask for like time to deal with psyche locks in the middle of a trial? Has he ever done that before?
I don't think we actually like do like the psyche lock thing in court.
Okay.
I think we just
Yeah.
keep going and then like with like cross examinations and stuff and the psyche locks breaking as a result of that or something.
Miss Inkwitch called them trauma loot boxes. That memory
Ah.
might contain a new fact that could prove her innocence. If only I had enough V-Bucks.
Don't look at me. I don't have the V-Bucks.
I've only got Genshin Impact dollars.
I think that's what they're called. I don't know. I just spend them.
I just used my wife's credit card, you see?
He likes being a whale.
I hope for everyone's sake that you are not just bluffing, Mr. Wright. Now then, is there or is there not a problem with Mrs. Sykes' confession? My memory is still a little hazy, but there's no question I remember it. I remember this thing that I told you 5 minutes ago. I remember the weight of the weapon in my hands and the feeling of it stabbing in deep.
See, the game is learning because it's paid attention to how long it takes us to get through each sentence.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like,
They forgot.
you guys need a
They
refresher.
forgot. Yeah, they're.
And I remember the warmth of her blood as it flowed down the handle onto my fingers.
There's definitely something wrong with her memory of the event. I can just tell.
Is there a problem with her confession? If there is a problem with her confession, please prove it to this court now.
It didn't go down the handle. That's a different murder.
Wait, did she
Yeah.
use the sword or did she? That's a different murder.
Look at the picture.
Huh?
The
Yeah,
katana doesn't have blood on
The
the handle.
katana doesn't have blood on the handle.
Oh,
The actual murder
Yeah.
weapon.
I looked at the right thing, but in the wrong situation.
You did not look at the right
Good work,
thing.
team.
That's a different murder.
You did not look at the right thing.
I looked at the handle of the weapon.
You looked at the
weapon
wrong
there.
weapon.
I mean, the thing is, you got the detail right. It was just a
Yeah.
completely wrong object.
There we go. Correct logic, wrong object.
Yeah.
Sure.
Isn't that the katana the defendant used to kill the victim, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, you got a problem with that? Holds up katana. Pollo
I've
the,
already used it once.
Pollo the Boyo says, I have a funny little request. The game will give you 2 options to choose from to explain your theory. Could you humor the chat and pick the first option? We'll see how it goes. I respectfully and vehemently disagree, Your Honor.
Wow.
Okay.
It was the word of the day.
But I remember it. I remember holding the weapon and getting blood on my fingers.
That's exactly my point. If blood really did get on your fingers while you were holding it, there should be blood on the handle. But please, focus on the handle of this sword, not this knife over here. That's a different case. There's not a trace
That's a
of
different
blood
murder you committed.
It's a different person you killed. And therefore, this is clearly a contradiction of the facts.
Ergo.
You're right. Oh my! I just got the Genshin Impact waifu I wanted.
Oh my.
What's going on in this trial?
Oh my!
The defendant must have simply confused a portion of her memories.
You know, like you do.
She mentioned it was hazy to begin with, and we can't mull over every minor detail.
Can we just take her to jail already?
Come on, guys. But she also said, there's no question I remember it. A fact we can't ignore.
In that case, why don't you explain what this contradiction with her memories means?
So I'm going to save, given that we've been told to select the funny option.
Yeah, go for it.
I assume it's funny.
Hilarious.
All right, let's appease the chat. Gladly. Just give me a sec to think of something. I want to say that Athena didn't stab anyone.
But I can't be sure.
She looks pretty stabby.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but
Hey, man. She said it herself that she remembers the feeling of committing the act. Think, Phoenix. Think. What could the contradiction with Athena's memories mean? So, you said the first option?
I believe it's pick
Yeah.
the first option.
Okay. The blood was wiped off the handle.
Well, then, you fucking idiot. Hump. You're
Uh-oh.
arguing against yourself.
I got the humph treatment.
very indignant.
I got humphed.
He's heard that in the kitchen way too many times. I shouldn't have to explain the implications of your own argument to you, right?
Yeah, you do.
All your claim suggests is that Ms. Sykes wiped the blood off herself after the fact. Ergo!
I knew that.
I know that bluffing you through things is your calling card, but you can't distract me with your bluff goatsy this time. I will not be drawn into your butthole again. Your credibility phoned just now and told me to tell you to put a sock in it.
Damn, harsh burn. Wow. Wow.
Good one.
Got him. Got his ass.
Good one,
Shit.
Miles.
This is why they work as a couple, though, because none of Edgeworth's insults are, like, actually painful enough to do any damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
He thinks he's scalding.
Ah!
There it is! Yes, Daddy.
Oh! Say it again.
What could the contradiction with Athena's memories mean? I wanted to say Daddy again.
Go for it.
Just drain all of our energy.
Yeah.
Hey, we saved the game.
Thank you for the hydrate command, Void Adept. Yeah, I guess that is real, Energizer. Yes, Daddy. Oh, I got bonked. Thank you, Blaze Girl. Miss Sykes said blood flowed down the handle, but the katana's handle is spotless, Daddy. So doesn't
You're
it
being
follow?
a very good boy today, right? What a nice boy.
But so doesn't it follow that the defendant must have used a weapon other than the katana?
What do you want to do?
Good job.
Yankee Gal, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 4 months in a row there. Off he goes. Thank you, Yankee Gal.
No.
This is it. This time, I found just the thing to end Athena's nightmare for good. The weapon that took Dr. Sykes' life was the katana. That much is for sure. So if I can show a possibility that Athena didn't use the katana, it could help me prove her innocent. Wait, Phoenix met Kamen Rider Ichigo? What do you mean, Anna Kaiser?
Hold the phone.
Yeah.
Stop the stream.
Stop the stream.
What the fuck?
I'm logging off.
I will not return until I understand.
Yeah.
He is waiting on the edge of
You
the
can
seat.
you can say the line.
Okay. A different weapon, you say? What weapon would that be exactly?
Right. Of course you would ask that.
Yeah.
I can see you're floundering, Mr. Wright. Did you speak without thinking again? As always, shut up and put it back
You
in your
know
mouth.
me. How does he do that? But I can't back down. Not here. Not now. I'll back down later.
I'm in your head, right?
That's right, I did. Because it's so obvious it doesn't require any thought. Oh, I see what you're saying, Anna Kaiser. Yeah, I knew about Sagata Sanshiro, but that's not the same as meeting Kamen Rider.
Can't meet Kamen Rider.
Oh.
Listen, there's a reason you've never seen Kamen Rider and Phoenix Wright in the same room.
What did you say?
Okay.
Are you Kamen Rider?
So maybe that was an exaggeration, but there has to be something. Was there some other bladed weapon in the robotics lab that day? Maybe there's something in one of the crime scene photos.
Is it the put together machine?
Wait a minute. There is something. There is a high probability that that was in the lab. I'm not gonna say what it is. I don't have that particular weapon here in evidence right now, but I do have a piece of evidence just like it.
Oh.
Other than the katana, this is another blade that may have been at the crime scene. This one, because of
I
the.
think so, because I think they
'Cause
were
this
all
was
given
here.
the same knife. Yeah.
So I assume it's just they have that. All right. I was ahead of the game, but I was right.
I
You
was
were
right.
not correct. You were not correct, Mr. Blarney.
That's fine.
But that's the murder weapon in the Clay Taryn case.
Yes, this is the knife that took Apollo Justice's best friend that we all just moved on from's life. But there must
It's okay, because he's got other friends.
he has so many friends. But there must have been a knife just like this at the scene 7 years ago as well. Toolkits containing utility knives like this one are issued to Space Center employees. And a robotics lab, especially, would naturally have one of these around.
Objection!
With the little smile.
But besides the katana, no other bladed weapon was found at the site. It was in the investigation report, if you didn't know.
I didn't play investigations.
Oh.
That game fucking blows.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I guess fucking Ace Attorney 2 was amazing, huh, Phoenix?
Of
It had
course,
that last game.
of course I knew that once you told me just now.
Then there's something else you already knew. There was a toolkit at the scene. But it didn't contain any blades. Here is a photo of its contents.
The blade is gone though, so it's been used, surely.
You're right. You don't see any kind of bladed tool.
Oh,
I love how it's just impossible to them that the guy might have been stabbed and then just left with the knife.
Hold up, is this like a puzzle where you have to arrange these letters to say the Geigs thing or whatever it is?
I don't think we actually have to do that.
Okay. That would be, if this was Professor Layton, that would absolutely be a thing you had to do. Fine, but isn't there something odd about the design on these handles?
Therefore, there was no other bladed weapon in the room. No.
I disagree. This toolkit contained a knife.
And what proof do you have of that?
Hey, Nirvana PSN.
Don't tell me your eye for art is failing you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
You are the last person in the world who should be criticizing my aesthetic sense.
This makes
You sniff paintings that...
You eat paint.
jewelry.
Yeah,
You eat most things, honestly.
you cannot eat and sniff art. I mean, I suppose you can if it's food, but that's not the point.
Now, he is simply watching out for your ocular health. Please proceed, Mr. Wright.
He's giving me an ocular pat down.
Notice that the handles of each of these tools have a sort of design on them.
I see that they do. But what significance does that have?
It's clear that one of the tools is missing from this kit. If we rearrange the tools into a specific pattern, we might be able to tell which part of the overall design is missing. See, I told you.
Is that the pitiful theory your pitiful sense of aesthetics has helped you come up with, pitiful?
Edgeworth, just let it go, man.
The girls are fighting.
Leave me alone.
Show the court then, if you would. Show them the suit you picked out. Or what pattern or design would we see if we were to rearrange the tools?
Oh, where is it? Fucking
The
this one
logo.
right here.
Yeah, I think so. So it's really stupid that they don't just let you arrange them yourself.
That's weird, yeah.
And what design is this supposed to represent?
The Yaxa logo, Your Honor. It's on all of the Space Center's documents and pamphlets.
Idiot.
Duh. As you're aware, obviously, Yaxa is the program that operates the Cosmos Space Center.
Look at how brightly the Gaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going.
Yaxa, huh? Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program? I know about this.
I think I see it now. But
Yes, with just the tools shown in this photo. The red A part of the logo is missing. And this is where the murder weapon from the Terran case comes into play. If we were to place the utility knife in the open slot, it would complete the Yaxa logo.
Dog Jade says that they think that trying to rearrange the tools might have been a little too much. I think some of the puzzles in previous games have been a bit more
Listen.
elaborate.
on the DS, they had the case where you rearrange the pieces of the jar and put it back together.
Yeah, I feel like that's more
They're just
complicated.
being lazy with this game.
Yeah.
Remember
They don't
when
even
we
let
had
us
to
do the
listen
fingerprinting anymore.
to the fucking song a million
Oh
times?
my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forgot
They were
about
like,
that.
we probably should stop doing this stuff.
That's true.
No
That's
more
true.
puzzles. No more.
Stop trying to make me think.
So it would. Then that means
admit it, Mr. Edgeworth. My aesthetic sense is keener than yours. And while you're at it,
Shut
oh,
up,
and
son.
also,
admit that the weapon Miss Sykes used could have been this one.
no.
Only if you admit that's the first time you called me No, wait.
She's got a really
Hang
sassy pose for being
Yeah.
accused of murder.
Nailed it, Edgeworth.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna get this. Only if you admit that that is not the first time you've called me daddy.
There you
Boom.
go.
Got
There we
there.
go.
First time.
Wah, 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 wah.
Order in the court.
You replaced your gavel with an air horn?
Oh my god, imagine. Order.
He just has a soundboard. When somebody says something really shocking, he hits the oh, or like
Yeah,
he
got
hits
her.
the anime wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Nirvana PSN, thank you for the bunk from Marin there. Miss Sykes confessed to having a memory of stabbing the victim. Admittedly, Miss Sykes most likely did stab someone using the utility knife.
But we gotta
However-
just let girls be girls sometime and stab a person.
Gotta be me.
However, the weapon used to kill Dr. Sykes was the katana. Therefore, the act of stabbing that Miss Sykes remembers couldn't be that of Dr. Sykes.
Who did she kill?
She just stabbed someone else. No biggie.
Yeah.
Just girly things. Get off her
Is
ass.
this normal for women? All right, very well. So let's suppose for a minute that Miss Sykes did use the utility knife on whomst and whermst.
Wham.
Tell me, howmst does that change anything?
Chanting Fox 8816, thank you for the follow. I'm going to make you a VIP Bedinsis because I feel like, what is the command? Do I just do this? I feel like you have been around long enough. You can be a VIP. There you go. Now you should be able to post links whenever, links anytime you want, but I assume you'll want to post, clips. Come again?
What if the katana was only being used as a decoy to conceal the true murder weapon? Clearly, a 9-year-old has that kind of sophisticated level of thinking. What if the real weapon that took the victim's life was the utility knife?
Don't be ridiculous. Are you changing the premise of your entire argument?
Now it's my turn to ask Goatsy you. No, logic Goatsy? I don't know.
I lost track.
I'm very tired.
Oh,
right? I
Edgeworth
flew
and your
along.
20-year-old references.
You just yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm merely offering a hypothetical situation derived from your logic. Miss Sykes could have put blood on the katana to make it look like the murder weapon,
Just some of that blood.
and then concealed the knife on her personage until Blackwell carried her away.
That does clear up the contradiction between Mrs. Sykes' memories and the evidence.
But Imps got the blah blah blah.
If, in fact, the murder weapon is a utility knife, then fate has dealt you a cruel hand.
You think you can hear the capitalized F in Edgeworth's voice?
I
Then
think so,
fate-
honestly.
Strange
Yeah.
fate
Then
has dealt you a
fate.
true. Actually, back then it's probably Fate Stay Night.
Then fate's stay night has dealt you a cruel hand.
Mavana PSN, if the worst feeling that you have in response to Goatsy coming up is that it was old, then I can't help you.
Nirvana's not gonna kink shame because Nirvana's better than that,
You
Martin.
should shame that one,
Is
though.
Goatsy a king?
No, it involves. I mean,
No,
I
don't justify that.
What
I
is
have
wrong
a
with it?
question.
What is wrong with it, Martin Blarney? You justify your position for once.
What's wrong
Marin
is that we
Miller
keep
not beating
talking
the
about it.
allegations.
Baka2XLR, hello, and thank you so much. I hope you're doing well.
For you have just proven the knife's existence for the rest of us with your own logic. Hello, Mama.
Can you imagine if Edgeworth was in the Matrix and that kid said there is no spoon to him, how much he would fucking do devil's advocate?
He would annihilate that kid.
There's clearly a spoon.
I'm looking at the spoon.
I'm just doing it to be petty at this point.
I'm
Here's
not going
my-
to take either of your pills because they're drugs.
Here's my updated spoon topsy report.
He's like, I would never do drugs.
The prosecution is attempting to lead the court.
The Matrix would just end right there because he's too straight edge. Drugs are illegal.
Lawrence Fishburne, I had more respect for you. You're the one attempting to lead the court, Mr. Wright. By forcing us to forget the too
You're
much
so
F.
right, Mr. Edgar.
Whoa.
Having a meltdown.
He's
By forcing it's very cold. By forcing us to forget the facts of this case.
1 sec, sorry.
Need I remind you that there were only 2 people in the lab at the time of the murder?
This man doesn't know Phoenix Wright at all. There's always a third person.
And that the defendant herself recalls stabbing someone with her own hands.
Phoenix Wright about to make up a third person. Right here, right now, live.
Hang on, it was
He's like-
cravat
Check this shit
broken rail.
He's like, it was Apollo, and they're like, that's not a real person. You're making people up again.
Oh.
No.
It matters not whether the murder weapon was a katana or a utility knife. As long as we know that the victim and the defendant were the only ones there. You cannot escape the fact that it was Athena Sykes who killed her own mother.
I don't believe it. Why? Why does this keep happening? All the weird children I hang out with keep killing people, maybe.
Murderers.
Every time I find a contradiction, it vanishes and the suspicion keeps coming back. I just don't understand this job.
What is law?
It's almost as if...
Huh. Now you're finally starting to get it.
Goku, my understanding is that the suggested motive for Athena murdering her mother is that Athena's mother was basically, like, controlling
Using
her?
her as like
Doing
a science
experiments
She
experiment.
was
Yeah.
experimenting on her.
Inhumane experimentation.
Call me daddy again. Your contradictions keep vanishing because the charge is true. And the suspicion keeps coming back to the defendant because that's where it belongs.
It lives there.
It lives there. At 102 Suspicion Lane. Phoenix Wright. When will you open your eyes and accept the truths?
Yeah.
There you go. Good boy. Let it all out.
Oh, it's the classic. It looks weird in 3D, though. He looks
Yeah.
like he has transformed into some sort of... I don't know. Like, he's got, like, a little dustpan for a head.
Yeah, you can
It doesn't have the
see
same
his skull
impact.
shape.
It's a little dustpan for a head.
Like he's hiding behind it. The look. Nah, I don't want to believe it. It can't be true.
Yes, your weird little girl has betrayed you.
Yeah, but what if-
Mr. Wright, you fought a good fight. I think you've done all you can do.
Now I'm going to change my name to Phoenix Fight.
That's what they
Nobody
should have
knows
called him
I'm
in
here
Marvel
behind
vs.
this
Capcom
dustpan.
3.
Is giving up really the only option?
Bro, you gotta get out of there. They're about to start cleaning the room with you.
He can double as a broom and a dustpan, though. That's the cool thing.
No. Snap out of it, Phoenix. What's the matter with you giving in to doubt?
He's gonna help by cleaning the toilets.
With his head.
Can't look back. Forward is the only way to go. No, Your Honor. Not yet. It isn't over yet.
I want to go home.
Right. We want to go home.
I can't lose sight of what's important.
So, Steel Samurai is going to be on in 20 minutes. You're right. It's important.
I believe in Athena, and I'll always believe in her. To the very end. A defense lawyer never gives up on his client. I have to pick myself up and stand firm. Make that brain of yours work, Phoenix.
What
For
brand?
one.
If I don't see a way, I'll just have to go back and look for one. But
A
there's no
brand.
way to
Make
go
one
back.
up.
I can only go forwards. How do I do this?
You go so far forward that it turns out it just loops back around into
It's just
going back.
running in a circle.
Yeah.
Time to rethink this case thoroughly. My brain. My brain.
The brain work.
Oh.
I concede the fact that Athena must have stabbed someone with the utility knife. This must have been what Ponko witnessed as Athena's hug. But Prosecutor Blackwell didn't see the knife at the scene. This means that someone must have removed it from the lab before he arrived. Who could have taken the utility knife from the lab? Someone else?
Someone else? Yeah.
This is magical third person.
A third person was at the scene.
Of course he would say that.
I'm gonna make a third person up so bad.
I'm dangling
Oh,
so many
baby.
rompas. If I trust in Athena, then I have to conclude there was a third person at the scene. But according to Ponko's testimony, Athena and her mother were the only two there.
Was Ponko the one who did it?
Possibly. So then, how did this third person manage to escape Ponko's detection? It's not like we've established that these robots can be taken over at a moment's notice. I know. This person must have fooled Ponko's facial recognition feature by covering their own
I
face?
think their own face. I believe so.
A third person without a face. But wait a minute. Ponko has a heartbeat detection system too. They must have
They
hidden
must
it.
have been dead.
Yeah.
Even if they covered their own face, Ponko would have still detected their presence. But she wouldn't have been able to tell who they were. Wait, that's it. The culprit could have covered their face and posed as which person to avoid detection?
Simon Blackwell?
I want to say it's Metis. Yeah.
Oh, that's the only, because they're already in the room, I guess.
Because Ponko said Metis was in the room.
The person posed as the victim. If the culprit,
So did Athena kill someone that wasn't their mom?
if the culprit posed as the victim. No, I think when Athena thinks of stabbing, I think she's possibly thinking about stabbing the robot.
You'll
And-
see.
That would explain why Ponko thought only she and Athena were there. All they had to do was take advantage of Ponko's basic recognition features.
So she was already dead.
The culprit used this in order to pose as the victim, her jacket.
Yep.
The
I like to
culp-
think he's just doing this with his eyes closed for 10 minutes in the courtroom, and everyone is just
I'm
like, all
entering
right.
my mind palace. Like in my shows.
have you seen that one clip that goes around of Benedict Cumberbatch in
Yes.
Sherlock? There's that bit where he's
Oh, I haven't only seen that going around. I've seen the episode.
I was there.
In the wars.
there's that bit where he's like thinking about
That's what Phoenix is doing right now.
the bit where he's thinking about the Hound because it's the Hound of Baskerville episode. or
Yeah.
whatever. And
That's what he's doing.
and he thinks the word hound, and then he sees Elvis Presley and hears the music. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Like that's so absurd.
He's walking
His
through his
brain
mind
is a
palace.
Google.
Up you go. No, Phoenix's brain is a Bing. Are you kidding me?
So is
One
Sherlock's. That's why
Bing.
fucking Hound Dog came
A
up.
singular Bing. Bingula. The
Brain
culprit.
is just a TikTok feed.
The culprit could have posed as the victim by wearing her jacket with the ID tag on it. But that still leaves the heartbeat detection system. How did the culprit get around that? It wouldn't have worked if Ponko could detect the real Dr. Sykes' heartbeat too. So does that mean that the real Dr. Sykes was already dead by that time? Maiwamo Shinderu? If that's the case, then who did Athena stab? I guess the real culprit.
I believe so.
His face. Jesus Christ. His face.
He's thinking so hard. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
That's it.
He doesn't usually do this.
My TikTok brain has decided. The person Athena stabbed wasn't Dr. Sykes. It was the person who murdered her and then pretended to be her. The real culprit.
We did it, guys. Third person invented.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yay.
We did it.
Wait
Woo.
till you guys hear this one.
You're not gonna
Check
believe
this
it.
shit out.
Why are you all laughing at me? Was I just yelling loudly what I was thinking for 10 minutes? I thought that was in the game. Edgeworth was just clapping very aggressively.
Now that Wright has finally finished thinking, let us bring this
They
to
really
a
were
just standing there.
But
Let us-
Edgeworth like defended him.
Yeah. He's like, wait, let him cook.
Edgeworth was like,
Yeah.
I've seen this happen before.
Yeah, he just does this. He just does this.
Let us bring
Sometimes
this.
I ask, I'm like, Mr. Wright, what do you want for dinner? And he just does that.
Sorry, Mary.
I can relate to that.
That's what
though.
they call them. That's what they call each other at home.
Yeah. Oh, Mr.
My
Wright.
last name.
But Edgeworth always puts the Mister, and Phoenix never does.
That's because Mr. Daddy sounds weird.
Oh man, I kind of like that. I kind of like
Mr.
that.
Daddy.
No. The daddy calling him Mr. Right. That's kind of an interesting power dynamic. I'm gonna marinate on that. Please give us your verdict, your honor, so that we can move on to hostage negotiations, and then I can go on to this Mr. Daddy business that we were talking about.
Much to think about. Much to think about.
You are absolutely right, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I hereby.
Shut up.
Oh, now what the fuck is it now?
I didn't say I was finished thinking. I was only pausing for a second.
I need
It was
some
in
water.
my mind palace.
Don't interrupt me when I'm in my mind palace. Because I realized something so shocking, I had to take a break to digest it.
Get this, guys, there's a third person.
He had
He
to poop it out.
scandalized himself so badly.
By his own brain.
I was like, whoa.
He's like, never gonna fucking do that again.
But now, I know for a fact that
What fact?
Miss Sykes is innocent, because I thought
My
it.
My own brain told me, guys.
Source, it came to me in a dream.
Look, you can't refute my imagination. Try it.
I imagined it, and it was real to me.
So trust me.
But Punko saw me. She witnessed the moment of the crime.
Yes, Punko did witness something. She saw the hug. In other words, the moment you used the utility knife.
Saw you kill that man.
But
who
the
was
person
posing
you
as your
stabbed
lover.
wasn't your mother.
What are you saying, Mr. Wright?
The answer is simple. The person Miss Sykes stabbed. Third person, guys! A third person, everybody! Come on.
Trust me. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Really? A third person?
Someone
Oh my
else.
God.
Just some other
Wow,
guy.
Could not. Okay.
What?
I'm not gonna.
He's like, oh, come on.
Do you really expect us to swallow that, Mr. Wright?
Why'd you say swallow?
Yes, Daddy.
I expect you to swallow that.
Jesus Christ.
Yes,
You
Daddy.
do not expect me to swallow that.
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. His evidence is he made it the fuck up.
According to the robot's statements, there was no third person there. Did you really think I wouldn't see
Hey,
through your
phrasing!
ludicrous grab for time
Ah.
while you stood there with your eyes closed?
K16, thank you for the phrasing redeem. Very well timed.
Objection!
Objection. After all we've been through, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm disappointed.
Y'all.
After all we've been through together.
Daddy.
Don't you know by now that this smile of mine means I have absolute confidence? Don't you know by now?
You make that pose all the time, regardless of the fact.
It's
All
one of
the
your
time.
sprites.
Yeah.
This is a thing
In
you
fact,
do.
it's one of the only poses you can make.
You don't know how to drive, but you were sitting in the driver's seat smiling at me like that, going, "You think I don't know how to drive? I don't think. I know you don't know how to drive. Stop
I can
acting like a
drive in
little
my
shit."
mind.
Blanco's strange malfunction.
Mr. Taryn, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay?
Mr. Taryn? That's Apollo you're talking to.
Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost.
That was another case of mistaken identity caused by a jacket ID tag. All because Clonko couldn't read Apollo's facial features due to him being completely unremarkable.
Due to him being just a guy.
Been there.
Like Mr. Edgeworth said, a mask could nullify the robot's facial recognition. And then, all the person would have to do is wear a jacket with the victim's ID tag to pose as her. Oh, so he got the old jacket.
Of all the ridiculous theories, what good would a silly disguise like that do? Have you forgotten that the robot also has a robot?
As
The
a
robot
I just
also
forgot
has.
that.
It
Yeah.
beeps and it poops. Have you forgotten that the robot also has a heartbeat detection system? Motherfucker. If there was a third person at the scene, the robot would have detected them.
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but that doesn't count for much, I'm afraid. Because, by that time, Dr. Sykes' heart had already stopped beating.
Oh, nani?
The great sprite.
So does that mean
Yolanator, thank you for the 10 bits there. Yes, Your Honor, the person Miss Sykes stabbed was the third person who was posing as Dr. Sykes. Is her mother's real killer.
But that's... I'm
You are impossible.
I'm impossible. I'm on a boat and it's going fast and I got a nautical themed Kashima Afghan.
a mask? The person I stabbed was wearing a mask?
No.
Order! Order in the court! Miss Sykes, did you say something? I wasn't really listening. I was playing my... A mask? Yes, I remember.
Oh.
Ah!
Is that mask from the wall?
Her brains. Her Brian's.
Athena, what is it?
She's in her
I'm
mind
thinking
palace.
too hard and I don't like it.
Why are you allowed to go and not her?
Oh, her glittery psycho locks.
I remember a man. And I don't like men.
Yeah.
No.
With a mask. How could he? What did he do to my mother? My head. Ah! Miss Sykes, are you all right?
Clearly not.
I'm just fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit. The black psyche locks. They're breaking. This is a good thing, obviously.
I don't think they're supposed to do that.
Oh, they're pissed.
Ah.
Shit, what? We did do it in court.
we broke her brain.
Yeah, we just didn't do the actual.
We unrepressed the memories.
Blunt
Yeah.
force trauma on the trauma.
Yeah.
How do we
It's all
have
coming
a
back to
whole
me.
Oh no.
other day?
Oh, go ahead.
How do we have a whole other day of it?
They
It's
had
not a whole
whole-
other day. It's just more court.
Sorry, it
Okay.
was automatically progressing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're good.
They're gone. The black psyche locks are finally gone. You didn't really stab your mother, did you?
Kristoff still has.
Well, you
them.
said I didn't, so yeah, I know.
No,
It
no one
haunts
gives a
me
shit,
every
though.
day.
Time to
No
go
one
back.
cares.
I give a shit.
No one cares. Anymore.
Free my man.
I hope that like
So don't worry about it.
the first psyche lock,
I'm worried about it.
the first psyche lock is like the first time he was a fashion don't. The second psyche lock is like when his father insulted his outfit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The third one is his nail broke in public.
So just based on the fact that we got rid of all of them without really trying, it's possible that the black psyche locks are just shit. Like just rubbish. They're not good.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
true.
I
Yeah.
guess the implication is that
It's all
because when
connected.
you do the psyche locks, like you're kind of, unlocking them,
You're-
forcing
you're
them
like
unlocked.
forcing
Right.
it.
So in this way,
Ah.
we didn't force it unlock.
Okay,
We
that's
just,
that's actually
they
cool.
unlocked themselves by us like inventing a third person.
By presenting the truth.
Those are the invent a third person lock. So
Yeah.
Kristoff's didn't get unlocked because we didn't invent a third person. We just accused him directly.
Yeah.
It's true.
I really need to get better about inventing people to blame all my problems on, to be honest.
Honestly, same.
Honestly, it's like so fun. You
I
should
think in
really-
my mind it would really make me feel better if like
This
there was
is-
something that was like clearly my fault where it's like, I leave dishes in the sink and I leave them for the next day, and then the next day I'm like, wow, who the fuck left these dishes? It must have been the third person.
This
Now,
is
who did this shit?
this is why 90% of the reason Marin married me is because I get to be the fake third person.
Wow.
Yeah, you get to be the fake third person.
I'm just saying, you get to actualize that thing. It's real now. Ryu
Yeah, it
Elf.
could never be you.
Ryu Elf, thank you for resubscribing at tier 1 for 19 months in a row. Here wishing everyone well. I do appreciate it, Ryu. And Will IWJ, thank you for the follow there. It looks like
Martin's
maybe
just like, what? Who forgot our anniversary, Marin? It's so unbelievable that the third person would forget our anniversary.
now Marin, go on record. Have I ever forgotten an anniversary when you also haven't forgotten the anniversary?
we always forget. We always forget anniversaries. I'm just like giving an
That's a
example
fun little
of.
couples activity. Is
Yeah, that's actually
your
just,
anniversary
like, really
together.
cute.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all right, Athena. Just tell us what you saw that day.
I was drawing a picture of me stabbing my mother.
Jesus.
When I was done, I went to show it to my mom.
But I didn't actually stab her. I was
I
just
didn't do
drawing
it.
a pic. It was an illustration.
Of
just
stabbing
wanted
her.
Fiction.
And I thought about the blood dripping all over my hands. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
And it just felt so real. I opened the door, and then... Ugh.
It's all right. I'm right here, all the way over here. You're safe, Athena.
We're in this dirty room together.
Say literally anything.
You're
and they
on
will
trial
not
for
come
murder,
back.
but I'm right here.
We're all breathing the same dust.
We're all getting asbestos right into our lungs.
And Dog Jade points
Our
out,
cancer.
Kristoff thinking he refused to even consider the possibility that he wasn't fully aware of what he was hiding from himself, whereas Athena was much more open to the idea. Yeah, I think it's probably a difference between one person voluntarily suppressing and the other one involuntarily suppressing it.
Men would rather be Kristoff than go to therapy.
That is actually the perfect way to present the differences between men and women, I think, is some of them have black psyche locks that they will just freely open, and some of them have black psyche locks that are like, no, those don't exist. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Toxic
so
I would
true.
never have
masculinity.
black psyche locks in my life.
I'm right here.
Yeah, that's the problem. She was on the floor by the workbench with a katana sticking out of her. There's a handkerchief over her face, but I knew it was her by her clothes. And there was a man there. A man? Where?
In my Genshin? Quiet, Your Honor.
No.
Hey!
Shut up, Your
Shut
Honor.
up. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, Your Honor. Keep going, Athena.
Now you fucking talk back to me! Quiet, Your Honor. What an asshole.
Wow. All that hobo phoenix power coming back.
Yeah. He tried to attack me. In a panic, I grabbed the knife that was there and... Ugh.
Ninja Warlord, thank you for the 10 bits. Anyone get pissed? What? Anyone gets pissed on yet another? What?
Anyone?
No golden showers yet.
Anyone getting pissed on today?
Anyone get pissed on?
Ninja Warlord, I'm afraid that correction you made right afterward did not clear anything up.
Anyone get pissed on yet?
I haven't today. But thanks for asking.
But the day is not over, so...
Yeah,
that-
the night's still young, babes.
That cat you
Yeah.
saw, Karina, might show up later. And,
Yeah. You should go on another walk later.
Ooh.
He dodged at first, so I only got his clothes, but I tried again.
and this time, you got it, didn't you?
Bullseye, Mr. Wright. I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand.
Didn't Trucy throw knives at people earlier?
Yeah.
She did.
Was it with women throwing knives and using knives?
That's
Well,
just
what
what
is
women
wrong
You
do.
with
wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
Do you have a problem with women stabbing people and using knives, Martin?
Two women have used knives.
God forbid women have hobbies.
Yes.
God. Martin, I use a knife for dinner.
That's
like-
weird.
Oh.
Well, you're not really a woman.
Okay.
Martin's just like, no, I rip
Checkmate.
my food with my hands. What do you do?
Man, judging by the rest of these cases, though, men really have a problem with murder.
It's true.
I mean, it's true. And then he kicked me and I passed out.
Imagine small child Athena getting kicked.
Yeah. Just straight across the room.
Slice her across the room.
And ever since then, I've been working on being immune to kicks.
You know what? That does explain some stuff. The murder weapon in this case, Athena also used one of these to stab the Phantom's hand during the incident 7 years ago. So we're just adopting Blackwell's lingo, the Phantom or whatever.
No, that's what he's called.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't
It's
worry
like-
about it.
There was a little bit where we talked to Edgeworth, like, in the
Oh.
previous investigation, where he was also trying to find the Phantom.
Ah, okay.
When I came to, my mom wasn't moving.
Wait, they're the Phantom and they wear a mask? Hold on. Are they gonna sing?
I think the mask was just the one from the wall, wasn't it?
It was, but I'm trying to make a Phantom of the Opera joke, so
I liked it. I liked
Thank
the
you.
Phantom of the Opera joke.
thank you.
Yay, good joke.
Yay!
LOL.
Spooky, spooky
LOL,
ghost, hello
LOL.
there.
LOL.
Oh, sorry, I don't think you said that. I apologize.
No, I think I did.
Oh, you did, okay.
Yeah. Not listening to women, Martin?
Yeah.
What else is new?
It would not be the first time.
I had to do something. I had to fix her, I thought. So I asked Ponko to move her to the operating table.
The game's going pretty well, Ookie Spooky Ghost. We are kind of coming to the climax of the game, though, so it might go over your head a little bit.
Something was wrong with Mom, so I'm taking her apart to fix her.
So that's why she said that. Your Honor, as you can see, well, you're allowed to speak again now, by the way. The defendant has just given us
Wow, thank you.
critical new testimony. A man was there before Miss Sykes arrived. A man who covered the victim's face. Karika, thank you for subscribing for 37 months there. Love you all. Mwah. And thank you for the Common Rider Black intro clip there. And put on the victim's jacket. This man is the real culprit.
Miss Sykes, do you have any idea who this man was? No, I'm afraid I don't.
A few moments ago, Miss Sykes mentioned a mask. Are we sure it wasn't Jim Carrey? Athena, can you tell us anything else about that? Did he say...
I honestly can't be sure it wasn't.
Did he say at any point, somebody stop me?
Yes, he did.
Quite a lot, actually.
He kept saying it.
The mask. It was my mom's Japanese theater mask. Which is weird because of how American she was.
Yeah, right?
But you know how it is.
I think it was the one hanging on the wall of the lab. Ah, this mask hanging here on the wall.
Shut up, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
It was kind of spooky, that mask. My mom used to tell me.
Watch out for the mask. Ooh.
That a no mask has even the power to turn an ordinary human into a phantom.
Oh, this is
Why would
some
you tell
Lethal
that to your
Company shit.
child?
Of the Phantom?
It would seem.
Like, if Phoenix has met a ghost with big tits, I don't know what he's afraid of.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't know any better.
He's like, what if this one doesn't have
his
the big tits?
own... Yeah. He doesn't understand his own feelings.
And a new suspect has emerged.
Shut
A new challenger approaches. Thank you, Tirly TT, for the Zookeeper redeem there.
And that means all suspicion against Miss Sykes has...
Oh, shit. Oh, Soupy.
You see? This is precisely why I can't trust the court system.
It's a
You
day.
guys figuring things out.
It's one of those days where Soupy's talking to Soupy's self.
Yep. Athena Sykes is the murderer. I won't accept any other verdict.
Miss Blackwell, this is not good.
A new suspect. Where's the proof this person ever existed?
I don't have to give you that.
My mind palace.
It's in my mind palace.
Uh,
Who says it wasn't all just a dream in the little princess's groggy little head?
It's actually my groggy little head, but she's right. We don't have any hard evidence of the masked man's existence, even though I just said it was a fact.
He was
Oh.
lying.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I'll never be able to repay you for all you've done.
I sure was in this game a lot.
But I'm fine now because I can say with certainty that I didn't kill my mother.
Athena, I'm so glad for you. Sorry about the whole imminent jail thing.
All good. More and more memories are coming back now. So I'd like to say one thing if I could. Honko came to the robotics lab about 2 p.m. to recharge.
I went to the robotics lab at about 2 p.m. for my regular recharge. Just as I was about to charge up, Athena came in and hugged Mommy Metis. And then Mommy Metis fell down. After that, I was recharging, so I didn't know anything.
I see where you're going with this. If Mommy Metis was really the killer in disguise...
Right. Then he must have come to the robotics lab before 2 p.m.
Do I have anything here in the evidence? I guess I can look at it when he's prompted me. That can help me find this person who came to the lab before 2 p.m.
What about the videotape?
Oh, shit. Video
Does
showing
that have a timestamp on it?
I don't
I guess
see
not.
one. But it kind of feels like that would be it. there a clock? No. I don't know. Between 1 and 3 p.m. That doesn't
Nice.
help.
Very helpful.
Thanks, guys.
I mean, I assume it is the videotape?
We can try it.
Yeah, I guess the worst thing that can happen is we'll sacrifice some
Judge
milk.
a little Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Edgeworth
Have to
will
say
suck
daddy
someone Mountain
again.
Dew out of us. Yeah.
This is Prosecutor Blackwell leaving the scene after the incident at around 3 p.m. What I'm wondering is, does the video show anyone else passing by there before then?
A bit of a reach, but okay, game.
I don't see anything in the investigation report. Looks like they didn't check.
Oh, well, that makes sense that they wouldn't do their job.
Typical.
Just
I
as I
also
thought.
don't tend to do my job.
So, look, I'm doing that face that I do when I know I'm right, Edgeworth.
Look, I'm doing it. Look.
Shit, he's doing the face.
So, if we if we rewind the footage and go back to around 2 p.m., we should be able to see the true culprit leaving the scene.
Very well, then. Let's take a look.
There. Please stop it right there.
Guess we don't get to see.
No.
Oh.
I guess we don't get to see the whole video, just like they let us do in Rise from the Ashes.
Nah.
It's just like you said. There's a man leaving the scene of the crime.
Miss Sykes, do you remember this person?
Yeah, I stabbed him.
That's the most suspicious looking person
I
I've
know,
ever seen in
right?
these games. And they were like, nah, that's just some guy.
Yeah, that's not
He
relevant.
just got a
Get over this
boo-boo.
part. That's him, I'm sure of it. He's wearing my mother's jacket. And that's the worst crime of all.
That is, really.
I did, but what I really wanted was to see her jacket.
That jacket on display. Where's Dr. Sykes's is?
Can you see it? There's the slash I made with the utility knife that day.
It's hard to tell over the suspicious behavior that the person is exhibiting, but there it is.
And I'm sure that knife is under that jacket somewhere. So then, everything Miss Sykes said.
Exactly. It proves that Miss Sykes' memory was correct. And that you guys don't do your fucking job. Dr. Sykes' killer arrived at the robotics lab before 2 p.m. He killed her and hit her face with a handkerchief, because technology is that easy to dupe. Then, he disguised himself with Dr. Sykes' jacket and mask that were there in the lab. The culprit probably knew beforehand that Ponko
Excuse
charged...
me.
Say again?
Can I read my line, please, Mr.
Oh,
Wright?
Jesus, sorry.
Wow.
Just not respecting women as usual.
I thought you were the judge. I was like, shut up.
The culprit probably knew beforehand that Ponko charged up at 2 p.m. every day.
Great line.
Thanks. I'm glad I had it. So we waited for Ponko to come to the lab for her regular recharge.
Regular recharge is a tough one. By leaving Dr. Sykes' jacket on, the culprit tricked Ponko into thinking he was Dr. Sykes. Thank you for the bunk, just Ellie, I deserve it. Thereby, making it look like she was alive up to that point in time. All to discuss the real time of death.
Objection.
Did I say discuss? Was I supposed to say disguise?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to talk about the time of
I wasn't
death.
going to say anything, but then you said it, so.
It's a nice theory,
It's
Mr.
because he's
Wright, but I'm
bisexual.
afraid that it's just not possible.
Was just Jerry. Thank you for the. It's because he's bisexual.
Because he's bisexual.
What? Why not? The victim's jacket is clearly visible right there in this video.
Martin's like terrified that every line is not his line.
Yes.
And that right there is precisely the problem. The ID tag on the jacket at the scene confirms beyond doubt that it belonged to the victim. If the person who left the line truly was wearing the victim's jacket.
Thank you, I'm Kokuno Megami, for unleashing the proto-badger.
Then how could it possibly have wound up back at the crime scene?
Huh. What's going on? That doesn't make sense. It's almost like I just made shit up. Edgeworth's right. If the culprit was wearing the jacket, how'd it get back to the lab?
But if Edgeworth is right, then who am I?
The victim can't have brought it back. I assume the
The
defendant?
killer?
I think it would have been the killer.
Oh, okay. The killer used the jacket as a disguise to make his escape.
And then he realized it wasn't really his color, so.
You know how it is.
And take it back.
I do.
But in order to conceal that fact, he had to get the jacket back to the crime scene. So the culprit simply returned to the robotics lab later and planted it there. Contradiction resolved.
Objection!
Damn it.
Bang boom.
Except that it would have been impossible. The only people who came to the robotics lab after the killer were Prosecutor Blackwell and the people who reported the body.
Oh, so a bunch of people did, huh?
And they claimed that the jacket was there when they arrived.
Well, they wouldn't
Are
lie
you telling
about
me
it.
there was a fourth, fifth, and sixth person?
No fucking way.
All right, we're starting from square one again.
Let me search my mind palace for this one, gang.
Yeah, give me a minute. So, when do you propose this mysterious man of yours had the chance to return the jacket?
Mysterious man, huh?
A puzzling question indeed.
When did the culprit have the chance to bring the jacket back? When the body was
When
found.
the body was found, I think.
Yeah. He's just like, look over there. Oh, a jacket.
Whoa.
Oh, I dropped my jacket. I guess I'll leave it there.
The only time the culprit could have returned the jacket was when the body was found.
Mr. Wright, do you realize the implication of that argument?
Yeah, a jacket was there.
No.
I do. Most people, when they come across a murder, focus their attention on the body. The culprit could have taken advantage of that split second to plant the jacket. In other words, the true culprit of this case, the man known as the Phantom, was one of the first people to discover the body.
I would never have thought of that.
Most people wouldn't judge.
Is it because I'm normal?
You're so normal, Judge.
Order in the court. What is the meaning of this, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
I'm gonna save real quick, just in case.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are any of you guys talking about anymore?
I've been playing my little game.
I'm so stressed.
The body was discovered and reported by a group of 3 people. They were there to collect the space probe's capsule in preparation for the Hat-1 launch. One of those people had a special bag to transport the capsule in.
Oh, you mean the shock-resistant bag? Mr. Lucky13, thank you for the 20 bits. Happy late birthday, Martin. My partner and I still have a small Bakura Pop figure you signed years ago. It even has its own throne. Oh, that's adorable. I'm glad that the Bakura got his own rightful spot on the throne as the King of Thieves.
Correct. I suppose that if the jacket was in that bag, It could have been returned to the scene of the crime without anyone noticing.
People don't care.
I'll see to it that you get the reports on those 3 people.
You will?
Yes, Daddy. We should also check the facial recognition database for that robot.
We should all check that.
If this person felt the need to hide his face with the theater mask, it might mean that his facial data was once registered.
We got gift subs. Oh my god. Karika, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to E-Man, to Benjamin Franklin's Gout, to Micro Mota, to Black Strategy, and to ZB. And
Anytime
Karika. Oh, what's up, Mary?
Anytime anyone talks about
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin, I just think of his conversation in Assassin's Creed 3 where he talks about how old woman pussy is like fine wine, it just gets better with age. And
Is he
it's
wrong?
like no, and it's a very like ongoing conversation. It's like a couple
It's a
minutes of him
long
talking
combo.
about
He's like,
old
I
women
need
pussy.
to talk about this.
He has a lot to
apparently-
say.
Apparently, I was just like, all right, and it was like maybe my first or second time meeting him in the game, and he just felt like talking about old woman pussy, and I was like, okay, all right.
Go on, King.
Karika, thank you for the 10 bits. Happy late birthday, LK. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really do appreciate it.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, does this mean
That is a lot of stutters in one sentence.
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Edgeworth.
Does this mean
He's
Yes.
cold. Get him a sweater.
I'm cold?
I have to admit, I can't understand a word you're fucking saying, Judge. But I believe Miss Sykes' memory is to be credible.
He's stuttering because he knows that I'm going to tell him to shut up at any minute.
He's scared.
He's quivering in horniness.
What?
As I do.
The judge.
As he
He's
is
quivering
burned
hornily. Quivering
hornily.
hornily. You win right. Not that this was ever an official trial anyway.
I'm literally quivering hornily right now.
She's experiencing the Genshin Impact withdrawals. Do my ears deceive me? Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you actually conceding?
Are you a bottom?
I'm too tired to top anymore.
You can't just ask that, Judge.
Is it true, boss? Does this mean
I can't believe it. It's over. I won. I proved that both Athena and Prosecutor Blackwell are innocent.
With no evidence whatsoever.
Zero evidence.
Using only my brain.
Phoenix's brain submitted into the court record.
Hoo-ha.
Ninja Warlord, thank you for the hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha. Your Honor, I see no reason to further prolong this fake trial.
same?
Hold on, Mr. Wright.
The f-
Have you forgotten who's in charge of this trial?
It's not you.
Call me Daddy.
That's right. I'm the one who's supposed to say I see no need to further prolong.
No, not you either, Your Honor.
No.
What?
Silence.
Just here
Shut
to like
up.
help.
I'm tired of being disrespected by the children.
Shut up.
The evil robot is like, are you guys okay?
The little princess who was truly beloved by Metis and who repaid that love with death. All these years, hating Athena was the only thing that's kept me going.
Wow.
And I think I'm not going to stop now.
There's that one tweet that's like, imagine having beef with an 8-year-old.
Wow.
But this is something Marin has actually said, though.
I do hate women.
But what do I do now? Can anybody tell me? How am I supposed to go on?
Without being able
Girl,
to
this
hate.
isn't about you.
Get a hobby.
It's not
I
about
don't
you.
know any other 8-year-olds.
Hey, I've got a line of them out the door.
Introduce you to Pearl.
Miss Blackwell. Oh shit, what?
How unlike you, Aura.
Hey, what's up, Nate Gaming? Thank you for lurking.
Metis was deeply passionate about her work, and she chose you as her partner. Isn't that?
Shut up, Simon. You know exactly how I felt about her.
You were gay.
Her respect as a coworker wasn't all that I wanted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I'm gay.
That's...
Then what did you want from her? Please go into detail.
Did you really just go there, Your Honor?
Tone indicator, general question.
Yeah.
He does not know what he just asked.
Are you for real?
Aura, there is something I've wanted to say, if you will lend me an ear. I have in my possession a lead on who Metis's murderer
Whoa,
is.
whoa. Why did it skip?
I don't know.
You do?
Everyone got surprised.
What a bunch of suck-ups.
Right, Dono. You asked me about the identity of the Phantom of 7 years past.
That's right. Rain2388, thank you for the 100 bits. Well, damn, your birthday was yesterday. Mine too. Oh, hell yeah. I had quite a few people say that we shared a birthday. Happy birthday belatedly to you as well, Rain. Apparently, I share a birthday with Elmo and Edward Elric. So,
Aww.
kind of fun. Little guys who are associated with the color red.
E-tier.
The Phantom. The person Blackwell has been looking for, even from behind bars.
Excuse me.
That's okay.
Do you also share a birthday with Tim Heidecker?
Yeah. That's right, I forgot. All the best people.
7 years ago, somebody hatched a plan to sabotage the Hat-1 rocket. The spy. But he was no ordinary spy.
Super spy.
We knew naught about him, his background, appearance.
He was just a guy.
We came to refer to him as the Phantom. I'm so sleepy.
Oh dear.
At the time, I was working with the police to hunt him down. And then one day, a miracle happened, and I obtained a lead on him.
Oh, how exciting! What was the lead?
Go on, spill the tea.
A recording of the Phantom's voice, but the quality was too poor for a proper voice analysis. Yet I had hope. Aura's co-worker was a scientist who could analyze human emotions. So I asked her to evaluate the recording using analytical psychology.
That sounds made up. And that scientist was Dr. Sykes.
It was and it is, yes. Spider's bazaar.
A grass spider's bazaar?
Spider's pussy, yes.
Oh.
Spy's greatest
spider is
fear. I'm so sleepy.
Oh dear.
Yes, a spy's greatest fear is to have his true identity discovered. In addition to Hat-1, Dr. Sykes' results and the recording were surely among his targets. But his search of the Space Center bore no fruit, so he must have started to panic.
He couldn't find them? But where could they have been?
Huh. Who is to say? Who is to say?
Wow, I bet he's never let that out of his sight all these years.
What in the world did you smuggle them in? How?
Wow.
How did you smuggle them into prison?
Are you gonna be okay to keep going, Marin? Did you want to wrap up after we get to the end of the segment, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think we're almost to the end of this bit.
Okay. I
I've
had a
got-
feeling
I've
because
got
the
work I
music
need
seems
to
to
do.
indicate as much.
Yeah.
Oh, I have my ways. What's more, my partner is especially talented at that sort of thing.
And homophobia.
Oh, the bird.
Very homophobic bird.
What
I
did you
worked.
think I meant?
I work to lure the Phantom in by spreading rumors throughout the underworld.
Internet T Explorer. Oh, I see. It's net with spelled N-E-T-T-E. Okay. Internet Explorer, thank you for redeeming the here's one right as the bird landed on the judge's head.
I was even granted permission to prosecute cases to attract the Phantom's attention. Just try to retrieve your identity, you bloody butcher, became my taunt.
It's a great
I
taunt.
wrote it in
Wow.
my diary every night.
You show him.
Just
Wrote it
try
on
and do the thing you
forums.
want to do.
Wrote
You
it everywhere.
idiot.
He's a big dum-dum.
And what about the results Dr. Sykes drew up for you? Was there any useful information?
Here, you can see for yourself.
Billy Butcher.
But take good care of it. It's all I have left of my mentor.
Oops, I dropped it into a shredder.
Where did that shredder even come from?
It's not a shredder, it's just Apollo with his mouth open.
What?
The explosion, duh.
Right.
It's just to shred the explosion debris.
I will. I better hold on to this real tight.
Just greasing it in his hand.
Phantom's psych profile added to the court record. The subject's emotions rarely fluctuate, and he doesn't experience feelings like normal people do. What character in this game does?
I just remembered who the Phantom was.
Bro has not been taking his normal pills.
Psychological profile classified. Emotional output of this voice extremely weak compared to typical voices.
This guy's a weak.
Subject deemed to have unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation.
Actually, he's a Sigma male.
The third man.
Don't call him weak.
No emotional fluctuation, huh?
He can't be weak if he's on that grind every day.
A spy who experiences no emotions, not sadness, nor anger, and naturally, no fear.
No fear, no pain.
No fear. He is the very definition of a phantom, a monster with no heart. Don't you see?
Oh.
I hate him. This creature is the rot that destroyed our lives, and what ails set all. He destroyed the lives, and then he set what ails us all into motion. There we go.
He's weird.
Too many things going on.
The Phantom indeed, a fitting name for the one who has brought darkness to our world.
Edgeworth, how are you affected?
I'm very affected. Look at how affected
The
I
dark
am.
age of the law.
Oh.
Dark age of the
He
space.
loves the law.
He has to deal with that because he's the
See,
chief
we
prosecutor.
all thought that it was Phoenix and Blackwell who caused the dark age of the law in the first place, but there was a secret third person.
Yes.
Oh.
Check this shit out. Enters my thoughts.
It's like that scene from The Matrix. We were talking about that movie a lot today, where he's like, guns, lots of guns, but he's like, thoughts, lots of thoughts.
That's just ADHD.
Yeah, basically. Well then.
Daxter3056, what makes him so funky?
It seems a faint image of this man has started to take shape, and he's looking pretty good.
Oh,
Damn.
we
is he
stand
hot?
a psychologically, emotionally crippled man.
Don't we all? Based on what we've learned, I'd like all of you to conduct further investigation. This is not a formal trial, but I do want to follow protocol.
For fun.
Bro, have we been following protocol? I am not sure of that.
If I may, I'd like to hand down my verdicts and bring these proceedings to an end.
All right.
Whatever. Do what you want.
It's very Squall.
Thanks,
Gotta find another
response.
8-year-old to bully.
We both went to Squall there.
Oh wait,
did.
Mr. Wright's daughter's here. I can bully her.
Hey.
Huh. You'll hear no objections from me. Bully the girl.
Yes, please, Your Honor.
She bullies back.
It's over. It's finally over.
Very well. In that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, could you please take the stand? As a result of this trial, your innocence has been proven.
You're still gonna have to get executed, though.
Yeah, I'm not going back on that one. I've been looking forward to it for 7 years.
I don't want to do all the paperwork, man.
Yeah.
You understand, right?
My hands are tied. I'm sorry. The verdict handed down 7 years ago is hereby overturned.
Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. It's ogre like Shrekfest. Aw. Pour one out for my ogre homies. Did you humph?
Humph.
And now, the defendant of the current trial, Miss Athena Sykes. Yes, Your Honor.
Hey, Yankee Gal, I do empathize and understand, but please don't trauma dump in the chat if you can help it. I do apologize. Please, if you need help, please do talk to a professional, but please don't bring it into the stream. I'm sorry to say that.
Mr. Wright, thank you. Thank you for everything.
Athena, you're more than welcome.
If everyone is ready, I will now give my verdict. A 2-for-1, if you will.
Oh, shit.
You.
Oh, my. Oh. Oh, my.
I almost didn't see you over the podium there.
I've been here the whole time.
I climbed over so much rubble to get here.
Apollo. Do you want your game back?
What is the
Not
meaning of
anymore. You already ruined it.
What the fuck?
I thought you died, but I guess that was just me confusing you with your best friend.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Edgeworth.
On
You
the
uncovered
marriage.
the truth.
And also because you uncovered the truth.
You uncovered the truth from 7 years ago, and you saved Prosecutor Blackwell. However, I can't allow this trial to end just yet.
Because I killed someone.
The judge is like, but I want to go home and play my game.
Why, Apollo? Why would you do this to us?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Why would you
Apollo?
do this to us?
Why would you inconvenience us like this?
Why would you
I'm
make
gonna
us
get the
play the
spray
game
bottle.
more? All right. We're saving. And I think we're going to call it there, based on how tired we seem to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. This was a really fun section. I'm
Yeah.
glad we're right at the end. We're right at the cusp of finishing Dual Destinies, my first ever 3DS Ace Attorney game.
Hell yeah.
Not Apollo Justice
No.
game.
I want to call it that. That's what it's supposed to
Don't
be.
you
right?
dare.
If only it was an Apollo Justice game.
I believe
And
we
it's
are.
not.
I believe we are wrapping up. Yes, Bedinsis. I'm going to have a look, see for anyone to raid here at the end. Thank you for joining us for another Ace Attorney stream. Karika, thank you for the 10 bits. It's been fun. Love you all. Take care. Have a great night. See you all next time. Bye. Yes, indeed. Thank you for joining us. We like to do these streams on Sundays at around 12:30 p.m. PT, 3:30 p.m. ET, or 8:30 p.m. GMT, I believe, if you go by the GMTs. Who is live? Hang on. We got a Bunchart is live. I want to raid Zito though. He was having a bit of a downtime, and I want to give him a nice little boost. So really quickly, Marin, was there anything you wanted to say to the chat before we pop off here?
Watch 7 Deadly Sins, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse on Netflix. I'm Nasians, and also watch Delicious and Dungeon. I'm Namari.
Marin is in all of the things that you should watch.
Yeah.
Soupy,
You
was
don't need to watch anything else.
Was there anything you wanted to say to the chat before we head off here, Soupy?
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I had fun. Bye.
I had fun too. And speaking of fun, Karina, aside from Drawfee Show, was there anything you wanted to promote or chat about before we head off?
Check me out on I'm Dilphosaur on Twitter and Tumblr. But yeah, check out Drawfee. We'll be streaming tomorrow night. Coming up later this month, we'll be doing a couple of like charity streams. So I'll let
Sweet.
y'all know
Hell
about
yeah.
that
Oh, yes.
when I remember them.
Please do. And of course, if you need to take time off to not just do the stream, but also recover from doing the stream, don't feel like you have to be hanging out with us.
Oh, I will. Thank you, though. I
Of
always
course.
love being here. Thank
Of
you
course.
for having
We
me.
love having you. Yes, E-Man, not really related to what we're saying, but I wanted to make a note of this ever since I learned it. If you're playing Silent Hill the short note, the content warning is very serious. It's kind of a lot from what I've seen. So if you are interested, if you like Silent Hill and you think it's going to be a fun shooty pew time, it's not going to be a fun shooty pew time. It's going to be quite devastating.
Has Silent Hill ever been a shooty pew pew time?
I mean, it depends. The more modern stuff, yeah. But yeah, the new one is it relates to a lot of emotional stuff. Anyway, we're raiding. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
I didn't check the time. It just came up on me. Okay.
We're braiding.